Hello and welcome to The Dreamer Examines His Pillow, a one-act play with 3 scenes and no intermission, written by John Patrick Shanley and directed by Mark Blanchard. There are 2 exits in this theater, one you came in and another exit behind you to the right. Please take this time to make sure your mobile device is turned to silent. Enjoy the journey and see you on the other side.
Hail to you. Oh, my refrigerator. Is myself in you? Can this be right? I guess this is something I've got to exist through. Huh. Makes sense. It's a tense drag, though. Who is that?
Donna!
Donna. Why do you honor me, Donna?
Open the fucking door!
Hey, you put it that way.
Oh, you.
You look great.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Get out of my way. I'm coming in. Oh, what a shithole.
I call it home.
You do, huh? Whew, where do you come up with them? Hey, have you got something to drink, something protected, a glass, bottled water or something?
How about the rest of my beer?
How about a fresh one, Doghead?
Oh, charming. All right.
I hope nothing's living in there.
And me, I hope just about the reverse.
Oh, how long have you been living here?
4 months?
This place got bugs?
Yeah.
You got bugs?
I don't know.
You used to be clean, Tommy.
God, that was the old me. This is the new me.
Oh, what is with you?
Nothing.
No, don't give me that number.
I ain't doing nothing.
What? No, don't give me that shit, Professor. You think I got nothing up here? I mean, you think you're dealing with another one of your dipshit, know-nothing chippies at the local disco? I am seeing shit. I'm hearing shit. I'm smelling smoke, and don't you fucking tell me there's no fire. You are hitting on my sister.
So you heard.
I heard.
You know, these things happen.
Oh, other things happen too. I foresee your ass with a foot in it, and that foot's wearing my shoe.
I don't see how you're involved.
Oh, don't aggravate me.
No, you're out of it, right?
Out of what?
My life.
I thought so.
I'm not sure.
Wait, you've been sitting here waiting for me, ain't you? Ain't you?
I've been sitting here.
How long have you been seeing Mona?
Who says I've been seeing her? Look, I don't even like answering you. A month.
She is 16.
She's just 16?
Uh-huh.
I'm 29. So what? Life's short. Let's have fun.
Oh, no, we both know what's going on here.
A man's gotta do what he's gotta do. You look good.
Oh, you always talk too much.
I don't agree. When are you coming back?
Look at this junkyard. I mean, what are you doing? This ain't a good lifestyle.
Yes, what if you're right? This don't make you feel no better.
No, I'm not coming back.
Well, what are you doing out there with that?
I'm getting by.
Well, how about me?
How about you?
I miss you.
You left me.
I love you.
You're hitting on my sister.
So what? Do you expect me to die? Because I could. I'm trying to do something to keep going. You're gone. I'm trying to make my heart pump the blood. You understand? You're gone.
You left me.
So that was something I did.
I don't understand. You boggle my fucking mind. What are you saying? You want me back?
No. That I can't do. That way it's just that fucking killing pain. I can't do that. Look, I don't know what to do with you, Donna. But if I don't see you, I'm starving. I'm dying. I'm lost, like a feeling of a lackluster world.
Why are you breathing on my sister?
It's all you.
No, Mona ain't me even in your demented head. She's 16.
Well, what else could I do? I don't have that many options.
Oh, yeah, you didn't have that option either. That's criminal shit. Outside the bounds. What is this picture for?
It's a picture of me.
Who by?
Me.
God, it's terrible. I mean, what's with the one big eye and the other small?
Wait, you don't think it looks like me?
No.
Okay, so it's like I thought. You know the before me, you don't know the after.
Oh, so this is what you've changed to.
No, this is who I've always been. I mean, different moves, but this is the basic guy.
This looks like a monster drawn out of crayons by an ungifted child. And I mean, look at the way you got it up there, a little scotch tape. Would have done the trick. I mean, ain't you got no respect for your walls?
No, nah.
Well, you should.
Look, the nails holding it there is part of it. I don't even know why I'm trying to explain this to you. You've always been hostile to anything you didn't understand in the first 3 seconds. Life isn't simple enough for your basic approach. No, just saying something's over doesn't make it so. It puts lids on it. So the pressure can build up to where everything's bent.
What?
There's lightning screwed up in the jar.
You were the one ended it.
So I fucked up. I don't know what to do even now. I look bad, don't I?
You look bad. You look okay. You don't look as bad as that.
Yes, I do.
Oh my God, you are crazy. Listen, tell me something. Have you been with Mona?
I see.
Have you been with her? How could you do this to me? Do you hate me? No, she is my sister and you did that.
I didn't really.
Huh? Well, you just said that you did.
It just happened.
No, Tommy, who happened it?
It just didn't happen.
How you fucking give me that shit? That's worse. It's my most unfavorite
Your
guy.
sister did it.
My sister did it? Uh-huh. Where were you when it happened, huh? Chinatown?
I was there too.
Yeah, I want to promise that you won't touch her again.
Why do you care so much?
Because she's my sister.
No, it's because what you feel for me.
Felt.
I used to love you.
I love you. I don't know you. I hate your fucking guts. I don't know how to proceed with you. You are like a nut. You see everything through like a slot. It kills me. I thought you loved me.
I do love you.
I don't understand how you can love me and then drag my family down into this shit.
Well, why do you think I'm sitting in this garbage can, huh? Because everything's cool and I'm in good shape? Look at me. Look at this picture that I did. One eye sees too much, and the other eye can't get big enough to see my way out of how I feel. I'm holding my face up with nails. Everything's you. I see everything. Everything's you.
Oh, I'm scared. Oh, I'm shaking. Oh, I can't. I can't do this with you. I'm gonna go insane if I get sucked back in with you.
Come on, it's what we both want.
No, you can't leave me and go be with my sister and then come back and be with me too. What would I be if I let that happen, huh? I'm not talking about what it would look like. I'm talking about what I would be. I would be lost. I'd have no life. I'd just be a part of whatever you happen to feel in the moment, and I am more than just a figment in your blood, and if you don't get off of mine, I will kill you!
Hey.
I'll give you the fucking gun.
Okay, calm down.
Why should I?
You make yourself sick.
You're amazing. Woo! You amaze me.
Look, it's you. It's you and only you. Nobody else knows me.
Oh, what about Mona?
I never talk about you, Tara.
Oh, no. Oh, am I supposed to be grateful? Yeah, you can talk about me if you want. I don't give a shit.
I don't want to.
Oh, well, you know what? I talk about you.
Yeah.
To my friend, Judy. Yeah, she thinks you're poison.
So what do you
There's a picture of you at a post office, and she spits on the ground whenever your name's mentioned.
What do you say?
The truth.
Must have taken a long time to tell.
Not that long.
It wasn't the truth. The truth about us is long.
Oh, well, I put the story together. I just left out the tears.
Sorry.
So you said that before, and so what? I mean, you go right on stepping on my neck. Even now, you're gone, and you're still doing vile shit that affects me. Screwing my sister. I mean, it is fucking diabolical. What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Well, you should figure it out, man. It should be like your mission.
I don't know.
I mean, you're sitting here. You got this place. You got this place. It's like the black hole of fucking Calcutta. You got this picture on the wall, and you sit here and you drink your beer and you stare at it. And then you go around the street and you pork my sister, and then you come back here and you wait for me. I mean, do you want me to think you're crazy? Is that it? Because I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I hold you responsible for every little thing you've done, and I always will. Yeah, I don't buy this whole crazy alibi that's going around. Oh, I killed her because I was crazy. Yeah. I don't give a shit you killed her because you're crazy. All I care is that you killed her, and if you're that crazy, then it's gonna be the death of you.
Killed who?
I'm trying to say something. I'm just upset.
Take it easy.
This whole thing with you from beginning to end is just slowing me down. How long has it been?
A year.
God, I need some shots or something. Life's too short. Bail me out, Tommy. Leave me alone.
You know I can't do that.
You selfish thing. No, give me another beer.
Okay.
How much you paying rent?
1,200.
Oh. How you pay it? Huh?
Different ways.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you steal from your mother.
She told me.
Oh, yeah. She didn't want you, but she thought I was driving you crazy, so she bitched to me.
Look, you don't understand. Why do you just keep jumping into things you don't understand?
But you don't even feel it, do you? God, I feel like the Nazis. I'm talking to you and you're having some kind of out-of-body experience somewhere else.
Whoa, you're calling me a Nazi?
No, I wouldn't do that, but I'm reminded.
Look, I didn't do anything with the purpose of hurting you or Ma or anybody else for that matter. I didn't have evil intentions.
I could believe you, it just wouldn't matter.
I didn't plan to rob my mother. It just happened.
Oh, Tommy. Who happened it?
These things that have taken place are not what I would have done.
No, but you've done these things.
I didn't choose to. I was compulsed.
By who?
By something in me that's not me.
Oh, you got a little man living in there?
Yeah. I got a devil.
Oh, yeah, you're the devil.
No.
You're the devil.
Look, you don't understand.
Oh, I see everything.
Okay. Say you get into a car accident. Yeah, and you're dazed and you walk around, you walk down the road. You don't choose to walk down the road. You don't know what you're doing.
Okay, so let's say that you walk away. You know, let's say there's a girl crashed in the car, and because you're punchy, then it's all right.
Yeah, but at least explains why.
Okay, you hate your boss, and you stab him in the heart with a knife. He dies. So you explain why you hated him. Does that make it all right?
What if I saw red and I came to and I saw him lying there dead on the ground?
Well, you still killed your boss.
I didn't kill my boss. I don't have a boss. This is hypothetical bullshit.
You are a bum, and you're crazy, and you broke my fucking heart. Even though I loved you, and I hold you responsible for that. No matter how much you squirm under the fucking light. Listen, I don't care. I don't care. You treat me like shit. You steal from your mother. You pork my sister. I don't care. Just so long as you finally cop to being the guy who done all these things. But this whole standing outside above, like it just happened. And ain't that a shame? But it wasn't me. It must have been somebody else. Mr. Crazy, Mr. Compulsed, Mr. Explanation, Mr. Nobody's home outline of shit. Drives me totally fucking insane. In which case I'm gonna slit your fucking throat. But if I do it, it was me who did it, just exactly me. Oh God, I miss you. Oh man, I'm so lonely for you. Oh, I wish you would wake up. I wish you would fucking kiss me when you are awake.
I am awake!
God, maybe you even fucking believe that.
What do you want from me?
There's nothing I can have. This
What?
is sad. I'm gonna go.
No, don't go.
Why? Why? You don't want me back? There's no point.
Listen, I want you.
You just said a minute ago that you didn't.
I know.
I don't know what to feel.
No, don't think about it. Feel.
I can't. I'm emotionally confused.
I believe in God now!
Oh, no!
Yeah, things got so bad, I was ripping up. Everything I was doing, it was like trying to jump out of a burning house, some crazy jump out of a window, and you land where you land. One night it all hit me, everything I lost, you and the soul. I didn't know. When I left you, a fuse got lit, and on the other end of it was my soul. I didn't know I had. And then one night that fuse got lit all those days ago, it reached my soul. And it combusted to fucking daylight. And my ribs swung open like two sets of fingers, like two hands had been holding in the sunlight. There's the solar system, comets, fire, big and old like my share, the beginning of the universe. My soul falling out like all the crown jewels spilling out of some old suitcase, my body, where nobody knew they were. I was on my knees. And all that pain that I had ducked all my life, I could hear it coming. And I'm here to tell you that it's true. Yeah, there ain't no atheists in foxholes, because when the bombs go off for real, you are weak. I prayed to God. I called on God. I said, God, help me, God. And you know what? It helped. At least I believed he heard me, and that helped relieve the pressure of the too much pain that I was feeling. Let my ribs reach out and get back what got out, what was out there that was supposed to be inside. Take it back in and close again. But ever since then, ever since the pain went back in, I could still see it. Glowing out through the red slots between my bones. And it gives me hope to see it. It lets me know that I'm alive, not left over. It gives me hope to know that there is more to me than my brain and its noise. It gives me hope to know that there is a light in me that I don't understand and maybe I can't even claim.
Huh. So, you believe in God now?
Yes. Do you?
No.
I get
You
on
go
my
right ahead.
listen, I get on my knees before I go to bed at night, and when I wake up in the morning,
And then you go out and you rob your mother.
that was a cheap shot.
Oh, I could do better. I'm holding back.
I'm trying to explain something to you.
Yeah, you got such total unjustified faith in the explanation to make things okie dokie.
Or maybe so, but it works.
No, it don't work. Only in your personal hot fever does it work. I mean, you know what I hear when you say that shit? Words. Just the babbling words that ain't got the first thing to do with what you're actually doing.
Okay, so I got only words. What do you got?
Me? Ooh, I got nothing.
I rest my case.
But I'm surviving better than you. Maybe. Oh man, no, that ain't true neither. I cry all the fucking time on the Mace. I got more tears. Anyway, fuck the melodrama. I came here to get one thing, and one thing only, which is a promise solid as steel, that you will leave my sister strictly alone. Now am I gonna get what I came here for or not?
No.
No? What do you mean no?
No, I won't promise.
Why not?
Because I can't answer for myself at this time.
Huh?
Or maybe what I mean is I can't answer for the guy I might be later. I can only speak for the man that I am now.
Oh, okay, all right. So what does the guy you are now gotta say?
That Mona ain't here, so no, I won't touch her.
That's it?
That's it?
That's all you got?
Yeah, that's right.
What are you?
I'm an adult. And
No.
I'm honest.
No, you are not an adult.
I'm more the adult now than I ever was. At least I'm not lying.
Well, you're gonna have to do better than that. Wow, have you ever heard of law?
You don't get what I'm going through!
Oh my god, you talk about yourself like you're a fucking isotope or something. Unstable to the nines. Oh, today I'm Tommy. Tomorrow, who knows? A trained seal. A maraschino cherry. Identity. Now this is important. Do you know what I'm talking about? Identity. You are somebody. Or is this news to you out on your fucking planet? You are somebody, tell me who.
I don't know.
Find out.
How?
Law. There's things you do and that you want to do, and then there's your personal law that starts you and stops you from doing them. What is your personal law?
I don't know.
Find out. You are... Find out.
How?
You are full of shit. You know what your problem is you got more than one set of personal laws. You got like 2 or more sets of personal law. You got your good boy law that you learned a long time since, and then you've got your real law. Comes out of your pitch dark soul. Yeah, you talk about soul, that's good. It's a start. But what you're talking about is just the doom and gloom buried under 1,000 mattresses, every fucking bed you ever slept on. But you know what's down there inside of that last Chinese box? It's your identity. And he's some guy that you ain't never met before. And you know what's inside of his wallet? It's your personal law. And he's what you're pointing at when you say that's a devil.
No, don't say that.
Yeah, your devil is your soul.
No, shut up.
No. Your devil is your soul.
The devil is what I've got to get rid of.
Hey, you get rid of that and you'll be a soulless TV man.
I want to be good.
Yeah, you believe in God. Oh, good is more rotten and bigger than you know.
Okay then. But you've got to live with that then too. Because that is where I nailed your sister from. That is where I robbed my mother, and that is why I can't talk about what happens next.
Yeah, you gotta get down, Tommy.
Hey, I am down.
No, you gotta get down on your identity. You gotta read out from your personal law.
Not I'm down then.
Can you hear what I'm saying, you crazy motherfucker? Know thyself. And then maybe we can talk. And until then, stop hitting on my sister. Why? Why? Because I'm talking to you from my law that says if you fuck my sister, then you're fucking with me. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I hear you.
Taking that fucking picture upsets me.
I need that.
Oh, yeah. No, that's just something for you to wallow in and keep you where you are, which is really where you were, only you don't want to let go.
I'm trying to understand myself.
You are trying to nail yourself into a picture, and you're gonna drive yourself crazy because you're not a picture. I have scoped out these would-be thinkers trying to sell their books on the morning shows. There's some clown trying to explain a woman he ain't never met to herself. I mean, people ought to know better. Why are you trying to nail yourself into a picture, Tommy?
I'm trying to understand myself.
You are trying to stand still, rot in here until your brain can catch up with you.
Well, how can I do anything until I understand myself?
Are you a fucking man or what? I mean, did you pork my sister with your brains?
I don't know.
No, you painted that picture with your brain. Where am I in that picture?
Listen, I painted that picture to understand myself.
Do you want to be a painter, Tommy?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I didn't think so. And it's a good thing, too.
You are so hard on me.
I love you.
I love you too.
No.
Why do you
No.
say
Why is it so fucking horrible? You're the one that's fucked up. Why am I the one that's bleeding? It's unjust.
There's no justice in a relationship.
What the fuck did you just say to me? Relationship. That is one of those TV words that rams it all down into the same. Don't use fucking words like that with me.
It's the lingo.
Oh, it ain't my lingo.
It's English.
Then, English ain't my lingo.
What is that?
It's my native tongue. It's whatever comes out of me as I'm going along. I am not repeating words out of somebody else's life. that happens to look like mine at the moment because of love. Yeah, that's cheap. It's like cheating on a test, and you don't learn that way.
You make everything so hard.
I don't make it that way.
Okay, don't. All right, let's just chunk it up. Let's stop chewing on the same fucking bone until we've got no teeth left. Huh? We've come from nothing. We're going to nothing.
What are you talking about?
Really. Let's take a break. You know when I'm alone and you're not around, I can feel exactly the flesh of your cheek on my lips. I can smell your hair. I can feel the length of your body under mine. When I'm not around, can you feel my body the same way?
Yeah.
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 Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I can spin it.
Oh, no, I'm not going to get deluded with you no more. I've been up in the romantic class with you and I'm not getting... We always end up in this fucking shithole room, or it feels like some shithole room, and I can't feature it no more. I think what I gotta do is I gotta go understand the world outside of us.
Why?
Because a part of the way I feel that the reason that we've fallen in so deep is because there's so many deep holes around.
So what if there are? What are you going to do about
I
it?
think what I gotta do... Oh, I think I gotta go talk to my father.
Your father?
Yeah, you never met him. He moved to the Heights a long time ago.
Wait, so what's he going to do?
There's some questions I gotta ask him. And then there's something that I want him to do. To you.
To me?
That's right.
What would you want him to do to me?
I want him to beat you up.
You mean hurt me?
Yeah, I'm beginning to think I'm gonna have to get very basic with you.
Okay, so why would he want to hurt me?
Because he's my father. Oh, and he's Mona's father, too.
Is he strong?
Oh, yeah, he's strong. And he is smart. And he's got his faults, too. And I'm gonna go talk to him, and then I'm gonna fucking talk to him about you!
Oh, my refrigerator. Is myself in you? I dive into a lake full of hot water. It doesn't harm me. It gives me power. I go down to the bottom there. Caves, large fish, extravagant wrecks, underwater birds. One of the birds is anger. It's faster than anything else. The ground underneath my feet is hot food. It crawls part of the way up my feet as I walk. Electric bolts and submarines bar my passage. Certain caves beckon to me. Old men and women long dead advise me. Crews of skeletons break the dead ships with wormy sails and rotten ropes. They sing. I breathe the water. I choke a moment. But then I'm okay. The bird that's anger lands on my shoulder. My chest becomes larger. I'm wearing less clothes. I was afraid. I'm less afraid. I see ahead the possibility of being brave. The caves stand before me, but God help me, because that is where my future lies. The caves are mothers and fears, and who knows what will happen to me when I get there. I have always stood before the caves, gotten my power from them, gotten my weakness from them. It's time. Enter away from the ordinary, extraordinary twilight I've lived in. Don't read the newspapers, be the news. Run no more, hold yourself away from your own sight no more. Throw people between yourself and yourself no more. Call up the things you buried, be free to be hated, unloved, alone in the dark of the mother cave where you've always stood outside. You are not so frightened you can't be looked upon. Call up that being you've been carving all your life. You dream of outer space, distant seas, of unknown people. But what could be further, deeper, more unknown than your own tongue whispering the unlined truth into your own ear? You fear no one except yourself. Yourself you have feared, subjected yourself to, humiliated all the days of your life. And you've given everyone else the power because you cannot bear to have the power yourself. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. God help me. I am a free man.
Jesus! It's my daughter come to make me a parent. Fuck, I even recognize your voice. You're your dead mother's little girl. Come in! Come on up, pull up a chair, sit down, have a drink. Hey, don't get me wrong. I ain't inviting you in for the purpose of making this visiting thing more periodic. No, nothing could be further than the truth. I hate kids. I hate them! Especially my own. I mean, at least other people's kids, they grow up, become adults, eventually, if they live. But not your kids, no. Not your kids. Your kids are always your kids. And when they show up, it's because they want something or they're here to remind you of something you did 20 years ago and forgot about. But not them, they never forget. And they never forgive because they're your kids.
Hi, Dad.
Hiya, Donna. Long time no daughter.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Well, you look like shit.
And you look like a big piece of red lint. So fucking what?
So, you must still be mad at me.
Maybe I am. I don't know. It ain't central, anyhow, to what brings me all the way up here from Lower Broadway. Where are all the paintings at?
Sold them. Some are in storage.
Did you get a lot of money for them?
Yeah,
How much?
a lot.
I mean, there were so many, and now just the one.
The last holdout. You know that's the oldest one, too? I did that about 15 years ago. It's funny. The stuff that pops out of the water when the ship goes down. I never would have picked that one. But there we are. Here it is. Cheers.
What ship went down?
Mine.
I gotta talk to you.
No, you don't.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
You are wrong.
What is that on your finger?
It's a ring.
Who?
Mine.
Oh, you never wore one before.
Listen, it was your mother's, okay? I put it on, I can't get it off. I may have to chop off my finger.
Hey, Mona ain't here, is she?
No!
Where is she?
I don't think she lives here anymore.
What? Don't you know for sure?
No!
She's 16, Dad.
So fucking what? Listen, when I was 16, I was eating out of garbage cans on the Lower East Side.
Yeah, that was you. You probably loved it. You get off on living in squalor. If Mona ate out of a garbage can, she'd die.
Hell of a way to go, too. Adios, mi Mona. Shit cans at Sweet 16.
Oh, wow, I am glad to see you.
I can't think of why.
Don't be a jerk, you're my father.
So?
So don't be so frickin' smug or I'll jam that drink up your nose.
Hey, you lay one finger on me and I will break your back. Yeah, you know I would, you know I could. Forget about the threats, huh?
Oh, yeah? Is that the booze talking?
Yeah, it's the booze. And several of my primitive ancestors that are jumping around in my jungle brain.
Oh, well, don't forget, your ancestors are my ancestors, too.
Shh! Drums!
Oh, you hear drums now? It's probably your high blood pressure.
The drums are saying, fuck off!
Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you.
Why are you shutting me out?
Look, Donna, I ain't seen you in a long time. That's great. That puts me in a great mood. Just don't push it, huh?
Yeah, well, you know what? I got questions for you.
I don't answer questions.
Oh, you'll damn well answer mine.
Or what?
Or... I'll move back in here. Oh yeah, it could happen. The prodigal could return and then me and Mona, we'll get up to our cat fights all over again.
I grant you 3 questions.
What? You'll grant me 3? What is this, a frickin' fairy tale?
Call it whatever you want.
I got more than 3 questions.
Well, you take them away, you take them home, you work on them yourself, because it ain't my job anymore to unravel every little
It's
fucking
not
thing
a
for
question
you.
to every little thing.
3
It's
goddamn
not-
questions on it. End it. Take it or leave it.
Jesus, all right. I'll fucking take it. God, my first question is, how do you see women?
You want an answer to this.
I want your answer.
All right, I see women as bald. Yeah, started a long time ago. I realized I was being deceived by hair. I was all the time getting the wrong impression of this woman or that woman because their hair created a certain mystique. One New Year's Eve, I made myself a resolution. Whenever I looked at a potential woman, I would shave her as bald as a cue ball in my mind. And then I would see what I saw.
Oh man, did it make a difference?
Shit, yeah. In fact, the first woman that I shaved this way was your mother. The result was so simple that I got swept away and I married her. Terrible thing was, in the morning when I woke up on a honeymoon, she had all this awful goddamn fucking hair. This is how we learn. Women who are not bald have hair. I still do sometimes see women as bald. I guess it's a weakness of mine now, a dream.
Okay, how come I never saw a painting you did of bald women?
It's not what I did in my art. It's what I did in my life. I've never been as fucked up an artist as I have been as a man.
Huh.
Man, I've gotten close sometimes, perilously close, but somehow I have managed to keep bald women out of my pictures.
Oh, then why did you stop painting?
Because I drank myself out of it. The horrors, I got dried up. Whenever I looked at a canvas, all I could see was my own fucking grave. And then there was guilt, nerves. I never got over the death of your mother. You and your sister Mona just fucking discourages me. Heat, cold, monsters from Jim Jam Land. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of heights. I mean, Jesus Christ, you're laughing, but these are some of the reasons why I don't paint anymore. Would you like me to go on?
Shut up, I got 2 more questions.
2? You count funny. That's okay. You want a drink?
No.
You didn't learn to say no from me. That's a good sign. It shows you how much good that my neglect of you was actually doing.
My second question is, what is sex for?
All right. Sex is for making babies. Yeah, I don't know if you ever figured that one out. I experienced fucking vertigo. I was about 30 years old. Before that, I made out like I knew, but really, I was like one of them primitive tribesmen who think sex is a gift from the gods and babies come out of bug bites. It was when your mother and my girlfriend got pregnant the same week. Something about that news hit me all at once. I mean, that was like the apple dropping for Newton. What a fucking moment that was. All of a sudden, the zipper on my pants had become this major responsibility. It was like I had the space shuttle in there. And that was the first time that sex went dead for me, when I found out what it was for. Sex gone dead for you yet?
No.
Ah, don't worry, it will. It's a cycle thing. Something goes on in your brain, or between you and another person, and goes dead. It's like shellfish. It's like, hey, I got a deveined shrimp here, and she's got a shark
Okay, Dad,
oyster.
stop telling me the story of your life and try and make it pass for wisdom.
But here's the kicker, see? Because after it's been dead for a while, and you're sure it's dead. I mean, it is deader than dead. It comes back. Usually it's out of a moment of madness. You do something. You go nuts. You don't give a fuck because your sex is dead. So what does it matter if you wig out? So maybe you drink a little bit, you laugh, maybe you do some coke, something to stoke yourself up. And then there's a woman there. Usually it's the wrong woman. Just some wrong woman, and you fucking got her, man. It's in the wrong place. It's a closet. It's a party. Maybe it's a bathroom. Maybe it's a shitty fucking storage room where you're working in a 2x4 job that you don't care nothing about. I mean, your sex was dead. It was buried in the cold, cold ground. And now all of a sudden you're stoned and you are banging a teenager young enough to be your daughter against a bunch of filing cabinets. You know what I'm talking about, Donna? I am talking about sex. Man, I don't know where it goes when it goes. It just goes a long way off, but when it comes back, you don't remember what it was for. You don't remember a goddamn thing. All you know is that unless you get it, unless you fucking get right down to it, your head is going to explode, your eyeballs are going to pop right out of the window. But then, after, when you're sitting like a bag of shit in a chair that's got rollers on it and your heart is pumping like there's a young blood boxer in there, man, you're just fucking banging away at your ribcage. Then you remember what it was for. And you think to yourself, wow, I could have knocked that kid up. That could have been a fucking knock-up job that I just did. But you don't care because you just found out you're alive. And you're feeling too good and too fucking glad to feel bad about anything. So when sex goes dead for you, and it will, that I promise you, just remember, baby, it comes back. It resurrects.
Dad! Something has happened to me. And I'm pretty upset about it, and it's given me a lot of ideas. And it's got to do with you.
How?
Oh, in a couple of ways. There's this guy, Tommy. I'm in love with him.
Well, you kiss him or something.
Yeah, he's hurting me a lot.
Well, go talk to him.
I just did. Listen to me. He is seeing Mona, too.
He's seeing you and Mona.
Yeah.
My.
Yeah, he's all fucked up. Looks like shit. I mean, he's stealing from his mother, but, you know, all that I can deal with. Even the Mona thing, I think. But, fuck, here's the thing. And the whole way that this thing has come down, I thought I knew what I was doing. You know, the me part of it. Till today, like, a whole other level came into it. I always heard that girls went after guys who reminded them of their fathers, and I don't know, I guess I believed it. Or I was spooked by it, because, I always made double goddamn sure never to go near any guy who reminded me of you. Because then I'd end up like my mother, right? Thought that makes me think of the phrase fate worse than death. Anyway, I always steered clear of guys like you for that reason. Like this guy Tommy, I am like absolutely sure that he is totally different to you. And then today, I go into his place, into this pit where he's living, and there was this picture, a drawing he did.
The guy that you're seeing.
And Mona, and it is this really lousy picture, a self-portrait. Oh, but it scared me. I think more than anything that's ever happened to me. Fuck, I heard the fucking Twilight Zone music. You know, cause here I am going along, thinking things are one way, that I'm choosing, and doing my thing, and Maybe doing a terrible fucking botch at it, but doing it anyway. And then I see this picture and I think, do I really know what's going on in my life? Or am I just some kind of molecule or some shit? You know, if this guy Tommy is turning into you, then I'm in some car I didn't know I was in. And there was some man in a scary mask driving, and he's had the fucking route map since the day the doctor smacked my fucking ass. I mean, where am I? This guy Tommy, he is driving me crazy, yeah. He is tearing my fucking heart out, yes. All of it looks to be so fucked up, but I can live with that. I can live with that, but what I want to know is this my life or what? Is this my pain? My love? Or is what's happening here just like history, huh? You treated my mother like shit. You cheated on her. You lied to her. You humiliated her in public. I mean, fuck, when you had money, you didn't give her any, and when she had money, you took it from her. You walked all over her face with muddy shoes, and when she got sick, you didn't even go to the hospital. And then she just fucking died. Now, I hate your fucking guts for that. But I told myself a long time since that I wasn't gonna spend my life wishing you dead or different. Because I didn't want my life bossed by your life. Fuck, I even told myself, who knows, maybe she deserved it. I didn't know the whole story, and I never would. And what was it my business anyway? But that was before. When I saw that picture on the wall today, whew, it was like writing on the fucking wall. And it said, watch out. You could be in the middle of somebody else's life. So that's why I'm here, because before I thought I didn't have to know anything about you, and now I see I better find some shit out. Yeah, it's like a medical history.
What a crock of shit.
That is what you say when I pour my heart out to you.
I'm sorry. But these things that you're afraid of, they fucking crack me up.
I don't understand.
All right. You want your father's smarts? I'm going to give you your father's smarts. What you have are women fears.
Oh, women fears.
That's right.
Yeah, I hate what I'm hearing.
Tough fucking shit. That's what I know. That's what I'm telling you. You have women fears, Donna. Look, when I talk to a woman, it's like I'm yelling across the Indian Ocean. Because I'm a man. Now, you want to hear this or not?
Yes.
Women are very concerned about feeling trapped. All of them, virtually anyway, they worry about this. So what they do to feel strong is that they go out and they trap a guy. They catch some guy in their dream. That's been my experience. But then they feel trapped because they got to guard what they caught. And that's what happened between me and your mother. But there is a certain universal here.
And men don't feel this.
No! You see, men recognize the fact that they're trapped already. So, what they do, the man's feeling is that they yearn to be free of wife, responsibility, mother,
Oh my
job,
God, listen to yourself.
whatever.
You sound like a total fucking jerk. Everything you're saying can be knocked down by a 3-year-old with a feather.
So what? So fucking what? I am trying to tell you something. Something that maybe is going to help you get somewhere, just maybe, you would like to get to. Listen to me. Don't think you get everywhere with algebra, honey. Things ain't like that. Life is not like a fucking psychological section in the New York Times. Oh, 3 warning signs to look out for. That kind of bullshit. Nah, things ain't like that at all. So if somebody's trying to tell you something that they believe to be true, don't be so quick to knock it. You know, people don't usually part with this weird shit that they personally know because they know it's easy to come along and punch a hole in it. Now, your father is trying to tell you something, but it's up for you to poke through the soup and get to the meat. Listen up. There is a level where you fear and want, and that is the woman level. This shit you just told me about you being afraid of turning into your mother, man, that's on a woman level. That's the woman fear. My suggestion, go find a fucking woman to talk to about that. But if you want to talk to me, we got to talk from another place. Under that place. And that's where men and women talk. When nobody's around, if you know what I mean. And it's deep, and it's down, and it's dark, and it is old as these motherfucking stars. You want to tell me something? You want something from your old man, then baby, that's what we're gonna have to be.
All right. Tommy and me. You know, when he loves me in bed, when he touches me, and I can feel his skin, his heart beating, and I can feel his breath. Oh God, when I can smell him, oh, it's like Africa. Oh, it's like I get scared because my guts start to shake. You know, sometimes I have to hold myself because it feels like my insides are coming out. Oh my God, when he touches me, when he barely starts to touch me, and it's just so hot. Oh, it is so much. It's like so close to losing my mind. I mean, it's like, it's like there's a storm, you know, with electricity and wind and rain and, I'm blind. Oh, I am blind. I mean, I can see shit, but just like wild shapes flying by, like white fine rain, black shapes, and I can feel this thing start to rise up in me like a yell. Yeah, like a flame. And I can feel my hair wants to like stand up on my skull. Oh, my skull. And I can feel everything in my belly and my legs and my feet. It all starts to like rise up like there's this thing that wants to get out, these tears that want to get out through my head, but they can't get out that way. Oh, so they just like come back down into my throat where they swell up so they can like get out. But they can't get out that way, so then I just have to like expand. Oh my God. To like an ocean to hold the size of it all. Oh my God, and then maybe it's something that you could call pleasure, because that's how I know how to hold it. I am like an ocean. Oh, reflecting 1,000 moons and stars. Whew. And then I come back slowly. Ooh. Slowly. Yeah, from such a long way off and such a different size. I'm wet. I mean, the bed is wet, and the sheets are like torn up and soaked. And there ain't a muscle left in me. I am all eyes. Well, my eyes are like two black pools of light reflecting in an endless night. And Tommy's there. And he did it to me. Oh, yeah, he took me completely. I wasn't me anymore. I was just like a blast of light out in the stars. I mean, shit, it's like getting to die and get past death out into the universe and then come back. What could be better than that? I mean, what could be better? In this world where we talk and fight, and he fucks me over, it all seems so unimportant compared to that, and I don't understand understand how he can do that to me and then turn around and be so much smaller. Yeah, it is a small world, this world, compared to where we get in bed, and I guess I gotta figure out how to be smaller in it.
What are you trying to tell me, Donna?
I'm afraid.
Of what?
Well, I'm afraid to leave him, or that he'll leave me.
I felt
I'm afraid to be without the sex we get to. But I don't want to lose myself to be his love slave. I mean, that's what I'm afraid of. That I'm going to lose myself if I stay with him, and that I'll lose the sex if I go.
Yep. I felt that.
You have?
Yeah.
Well, that seems like a woman thing to me.
No. Men have it too. It's just that it's very down, very near the bottom.
Yeah. It's like, like he don't know a thing about me, not really, but the thing that he knows about me is like the key that lets me out of myself, and, everything you don't know about me, I don't really care about anyway.
Yeah.
You've really had this before?
Yeah. I had it with your mother. That's why I always had to have a girlfriend on the side. So I wouldn't lose everything when the two of us went nuts together in bed.
What?
And to protect what we had in bed. By having something else, something not as intense, something common, something, a comparison, like to underline the extraordinary. Your mother was the love of my life.
Oh, well, if that's true, then how the fuck could you treat her like you did?
Because the bed was what we had. When I got out of that bed, I didn't walk, I had to run. When I got out of that bed, the most important thing to me was my feet finding the fucking ground, just hitting the goddamn ground. Otherwise, she would have swallowed me up whole. I had to create a second place. A place that was in me, but it was out of me. Where I could work, do my paintings. So I got a studio. I got some girlfriend on the side. And Donna, Jesus Christ, why do you got to remind me of these things? Your mother is dead. My baby is dead, and it is painful. It is so fucking painful.
Oh, I can't believe this. You mean you actually loved her?
Shut up! Please, shut up! Can't you see? Use your eyes. All I have left now is this little room. This little bit that I kept from her. I can't even paint anymore. Why would I want to? Why would I even care what I see? Why would I even want to describe it? I had a part of me from your mother because I was scared. I was fucking terrified. And I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ, am I sorry, because I should have given her that. I should have given her everything. If I had, maybe that when she died, I would have died too, and that would have been the fucking merciful end to this. Why did I save anything? Why? Huh? What for? What I saved wasn't worth anything. What I saved was not worth a goddamn thing. If only I'd have known.
Yeah, well, I'm here.
And I can't stand the sight of you. You look enough like your mother to make my life unbearable. At least Mona doesn't look like her. But you, sometimes you can be her, but you're not. You're not. And sure, I treated her like shit because I was angry and scared that she had so much of me, and I thought, hey, that's too much for any woman to have. And when she was dying in the hospital, I didn't go see her because I couldn't bear it. Can't you get that into your head? I couldn't bear to watch your mother leave me. Now what? You come in here and you want to tell me things you think I don't understand. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe this fucking guy Tommy is turning into me. Maybe you're turning into your mother. But the big news is you don't even know who those people are. And that, I promise you.
You never told me this before.
Because it would have sounded like an apology for all my abuse.
I mean, all my memories seem wrong now.
Good. Now maybe you're going to remember some things.
No, who am I?
Don't worry about it. You worry too much.
I love this guy.
Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. I can't stand the sight of you, but I gotta hold you in my arms.
I don't see a future for me.
Good.
Well, that's not good.
Listen, we can't see the future anyway, so this is a very realistic feeling that you're having.
Oh man, can I move back home?
No.
I want to.
Well, I bet you feel like sucking your thumb too. But there's a time and place for everything. And that time and place that we used to call home, that's gone.
Well, what am I gonna do?
That's a question. I don't know, run away and join the circus.
Well, this is the frickin' circus.
Listen, you want to grapple? You want to go in a single direction, ride a straight line, stick with the heaven, the grave, whatever?
Yes.
Well, there's only one thing that goes straight, my baby, and that's not love. That is not love. You can chase that one forever. Love won't come to you. It won't bow. It won't serve. It won't do what you want, what it should. It won't be how you thought or what you was taught it was meant to be. You can't lead love. It's going to grab you by the fucking neck and drag you wherever it wants. You want to go in a straight line, you better give up on people because people are zigzag. I would rather, my sweet girl, try and predict the weather 3 months in advance than to tell you one thing about the future of the dullest heart.
I got one more question.
You mean I ain't answered 3 questions yet?
Just 2.
Donna, for the love of God, let's call this a day, huh? I gotta tell you, I'm feeling upset. You're making me think about things I do not want to recall.
Just one more. Why did you stop painting?
Don't ask me this.
Why did you stop?
The same reason I started.
Which was what?
I saw something.
What?
When I started, it was simple. I saw something. I saw an object. And then I would see something about that object and I would set it down imperfectly. Then I looked at this thing that I had drawn and the object that I drew it from, and it would start a quarrel. And that quarrel, oh man, that lasted through every painting that I ever did.
But then you stopped.
I had a dream. One night, your mother had been dead about 1.5 years, and I was drinking a lot. And then this one night, I went to bed sober. I was having a lot of dreams, and then I had this bad, big dream. And in this dream, I took my girlfriend out for a celebration drive. We were celebrating the fact of your mother's death, and it was great. And the cops stopped us, and they pulled us over. And while they're checking us out, all of a sudden, out of the shadows, jumps a guy, some kind of petty thief, and he's trying to grab a hold of a box or something. And the cop pulls out his gun to stop him. And all I'm saying is, stop that bullet. This is what I'm thinking. Stop that bullet. Stop that bullet. So I jump in front of the cop, and he shoots me. I was killed. I was dead. I was killed. I was dead. I was killed by a single bullet that wasn't even intended for me.
Well, what did it mean?
Oh, I woke up. I woke up. My eyes must have lit up the room, at least that's the way it felt. I grabbed my girlfriend and I kicked her the fuck out. And that's how we broke up in that very minute. And after she was gone, I went over to the bed, I looked down at the pillow, and there was a dent in it. I said to myself, never, ever put your head in that hole again. I stopped painting.
I don't understand.
You think I do? I do. That's when I found out I was alone in this world. That's when I found out that there's not a single person that I'm connected to. So, I sold all my paintings, most of them. Some are in a warehouse somewhere. I live off my money. I go in a straight line, and I do not stink up my world with people.
You got a broken heart.
You've asked your 3 questions. I've answered them. Leave me alone.
It never occurred to me that you actually loved her.
Well, if you'd have known, Donna, what could you possibly have done?
I don't know, I might have tried to comfort you when she died.
Then it's a mercy on the 2 of us you didn't know. Because if you'd have tried to comfort me, I would have knocked your teeth out.
Huh, big tough guy.
Big tough girl. Listen, it's clear to me at least that this guy you're seeing, he is walking all over your soul, and that is something you are letting him do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have.
Big tough girl.
Oh, yeah. I want some of the money you got from selling these paintings.
Why would I give you any money?
I don't know, I'm just telling you what I want.
All right, listen, if I give you some money, what will you do with it?
I don't know, maybe I'll go somewhere. Oh, or maybe I'll give it to my sometime boyfriend. Depends on how things go.
I'm gonna give you money. I'm not giving Mona any money. Money makes Mona be more Mona, and that I can't stand.
You know, there's one last thing.
What do you mean?
That I gotta ask.
Listen, I've answered your goddamn questions. I'm not answering anymore.
No, it's not a question you're telling me about anything. Now what I want you to do is I want you to do something.
No fucking way. Listen, you are on your own now, and I mean it. Besides, what could you possibly want me to do?
I want you to go talk to Tommy.
I won't do that.
No, I want you to talk to him because he's all fucked up and he's buffing both your daughters. And because he could be turning into you.
No fucking way am I doing that.
I want you to talk to him to find out if he is curable, reasonable, whatever. And I want you to make him promise that he's going to stop seeing both your daughters. Or that he'll stop seeing Mona and go on seeing me only. And if he won't promise you this, then I want you to beat him up.
Where the fuck did you come from? You're like a totally medieval bitch.
No matter what he promises you, if you can see that he is turning into you, then I want you to beat him till his head rings like a fucking church bell. Will you do this for me, Dad? Dad?
Why would I agree to this?
Cause it's a family thing. Yeah, cause I'm your daughter, looks like your wife, and cause of pride. You know, this guy Tommy, he is treating me like a dirtbag in the same way that you treated my mother. Now, in your own life, you couldn't treat her any better, you know, cause the sex power drove you crazy. Well, I can't deal with him for the same reason. You know, the same thing that drove you crazy in your own life, but here is your chance, Daddy, please, you know, and you take care of me. Maybe in the next lifetime or something, I'll take care of you. I mean, maybe that's what family's for. Maybe that's how you get to face yourself. Yeah, maybe that's how you get to unfuck your life. Come on, Daddy, please. Hear me. I can't help myself. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, your life is over whether you do this or not.
All right. I'm going to go talk to this guy. I'm not promising you anything, but I am going to go talk to him.
Hey, before you go, give me that ring.
No way, this is mine.
No, it's on your finger, but it's my mother's, so it belongs to me. Give it over.
I can't get the ring off if I want to. It's stuck. I told you.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what?
Hey, what are you doing?
Damn it, it hurts!
Shit! Come on! Jesus Christ, that was painful.
Yeah, I bet it was.
You are your father's daughter.
Hey, go if you're going. Oh my. Well, what do you know? Oh, there is a weird justice after all. And somebody else can do something to move your life forward. I guess it's what I hope for. I'm not totally alone after all.
So maybe that's it? There's something to be said, after all, for feeling happy. I mean, maybe God's in his heaven after all. That'll be a first-class goof! You know, I always thought if I was left alone to myself long enough, sooner or later I would have a breakthrough. But can you have a breakthrough without thinking anything new? A breakthrough feeling. Fuck, man. There must have been some moment out there in the desert when them wandering Jews first smelled the milk and honey coming from over the hills ahead. They were still in the desert, but there was honey in the air.
Is anybody home?
Come in.
Hi.
Hi.
What a shithole.
Yeah. I gotta move.
Yeah, you do.
So I guess you must be Donna's father.
That's right. I'm Donna's father. And I'm Mona's father, too.
Both.
That's right.
You come to beat me up?
No, not necessarily.
You're younger than I thought you'd be.
So, you thought about me?
Not till lately. Do you want a beer?
Sure. I'd take a beer.
So I guess you had a talk with Donna.
Yeah.
She's some girl.
Yeah, she is.
So's Mona.
No, she's not, asshole. Mona ain't in the same league as Donna. Donna's a plum.
I know.
You testing me?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Okay.
Close your eyes.
Why?
Because if you keep them open, I'm gonna rip them right out of your fucking skull.
Okay.
What do you see in there?
Donna's face.
Good. Tell that to go away. What else do you see?
Mona's face.
No, tell that to go away. What else do you see?
Donna's face.
Don't get lazy on me. I want you to look around in there because it's a big place.
Well, I can't see anything else.
Or maybe you were too close to it. I'll tell you what we're going to do. You're going to look up. You're going to look way up. Now, do you see anything there?
Yeah.
And what is that?
It's my mom. And she's big. She's big as an A&P. Wait. Ma. She's gone. I think she was angry, and Donna and Mona were angry too.
Anything else?
No, now I see nothing. Dirt, pollution. Donna.
Oh, man, you are a case. Open your eyes.
Why'd you make me do that?
Never mind. Hey, did you do this?
Yeah.
You think it's any good?
No.
You're right. It's terrible. If it was strictly infantile, then it might have a certain charm to it. But it's the adult badness of it that makes it very bad.
You sound like you know a lot about these things.
Oh, she didn't tell you that I was a painter?
No.
Well, I'm not. But man, I was.
Why are you wearing a tux?
Because I'm the father of the bride.
Who's the bride?
Donna's the bride.
I didn't know she was getting married.
If that's what I was telling you, how would you feel?
I feel really bad.
Why?
Because I'm in love with her.
Yeah, but you've been seeing my daughter Mona too.
No, that was a sick, wrong mistake.
Do you have any doubt at all that if I really wanted to, I could kick your fucking ass from here to the moon?
No, none.
Good. Now we're on good conversational footing. How old are you?
29.
29. And I understand you're fucking over anybody whose shadow falls over your food.
Yeah, that's right, I have.
Why?
I've been very confused.
You know about that hitchhiker thing, right? Well, you're hitchhiking. You get in some guy's car, you can tell him anything because you don't know him, and he can tell you anything. I mean, this kind of shit happens all the time, right? I mean, the hitchhiker doesn't know the guy, and vice versa. So, after laying out your guts and spilling your heart out to him, either one of these guys could be a homicidal maniac serial killer. Before you know it, goodbye, Charlie. Poor Tommy. But that's the next revelation. See, we don't have to get to that unless we have to get to it. What I'm telling you here, Tommy, is you're not in love with me. I'm not your father. Now, if I ask you a simple question, why you're fucking everybody over, you can tell me. Why?
Revenge.
Revenge.
I don't know why I said that.
Don't worry about it.
But it just came out.
Let's keep it coming out.
The world.
Don't you fuck.
No, listen, I'm serious. I don't know about you, but for me, this world has been coming at me like a chaotic madness, which has caused me a lot of confusing pain. I mean, it's just cruel, you know, cruelty coming from somewhere. It's like the world just hit you like a bucket of broken glass chucked in your face. I can't get the joke. And then somebody comes along and we fall in love, and I fell in love with Donna. She's my introduction to the outside or something. That's the point, you get mixed up with the outside world. But because I've been hurt so much and confused so much all my life by everything that was on the outside, when I finally came face to face with it in the person of this girl, I had a hunger in me for revenge. What do you think of that?
Makes sense.
Who gives a shit, man?
Because you are still hitching a free ride.
Okay, so I would hurt her, and I'd hurt myself as punishment, and we'd go back and forth. And then Mona came to that. I think people like Mona, people her age, it is not uncommon for them to get mixed up in the orbit of something that doesn't really have a thing to do with them.
I had a girlfriend like that.
Did you?
Yeah, fuck that. Listen, now I'm going to ask you a question. What have you learned?
I'm still not to anything. Donna was here and she dug way into me and then she left. But after she left, something happened. I had a vision. I mean, I turned the big lights on myself and I looked at myself and I could feel myself become harmless. And I felt like running up to Donna and Mona and my mother. And
women?
Yes, women. I felt like running up to all these women in my life and saying, look, I'm harmless. I don't want revenge anymore because now I am looking at myself.
Tom, I hate to be the one to tell you this, because I know as a result of this private experience you recently had, you are in touch with a certain buoyancy you no doubt feel like you've earned. But I'm here to tell you, as a result of all this pain, this experience, this self-examination, you have not learned zip about dip.
What?
Yeah, I know it's hard to take, but there it is.
What do you think about the stuff I just told you?
I think you're a hazardous motherfucker.
No, but I just told you.
I heard you.
Hey, I'm dealing with myself. What, you don't believe me?
No, I believe you. I believe you believe it. But that's probably even faded by now.
Okay, so what are you saying?
You have two problems. Your first problem is you're very present tense. And I see that by looking at you in your fucking eye. You're one of these guys who go out and fuck everybody over, fuck the world over, say I'm sorry 1,000,000 times, and then go right out and do it again. You're all too typical, man. You're too human. And it is impossible for you to learn anything from the history of your own life. If it hadn't been done before, you'd invented the New Year's resolution, and then you'd be the first guy to break it, too.
Hey, how can you talk to me like this? You just met me.
No. Your second problem. You're women fixed. You don't know who you are because all you got in that head of yours is women. And you hate women. You hate them because they're clogging up your head. And the bottom of that problem, which you're not going to get to for some time to come, you don't even know why you're alive.
You walk in my door, I think you're talking out your ass.
No! No! I talk about you because I was you. I was you. At least this part of you that I'm talking about. Listen, man. You're one of these subconscious motherfuckers. 99% of you operates out of some underground control room you don't even know exists. It's like you got your own Ministry A propaganda going on in there. You're up above mine. That only gets dribbled whatever it needs to know to get through a day. When I was in a similar condition, and that was another time in my life, and I can see that now. I broke the back of every woman that ever loved me.
It's a very egotistical way of looking at it.
Oh, so what? So what? Listen, the way I take things in is through my body. That makes everything pretty fucking personal. Tommy, what we're having here, my boy, is a personal conversation.
You think I'm like you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't have to know. I'm telling you, humor me.
So what are you telling me?
You see this picture you did?
Yeah.
This picture is the beginning of a lot of trouble for you.
I don't understand.
I used to have the same subconscious situation, so I started to put pictures out.
But I painted this picture to understand myself.
I had the same whim. At least I thought it was a whim. And then I reached down into that black water where I couldn't see. And I pulled out the first thing that I found. It's in you, but you don't understand it. It's strange to you. So you grab it and you put it up there where you can see it. And then it talks to you. And then you talk to it and you say, "What the fuck are you?" And that's when the change starts.
What change?
The balance between what you know and what you don't know about what's going on inside. When you reach into that black pool, across that fucking barrier, and you start pulling shit out of you before your conscious mind is even ready for it, that's when what's awake and what's asleep inside you ain't fixed down anymore. That is like the difference between Newton and Einstein. Yeah, one was neat and one was not neat.
But it was never neat.
You didn't know that?
No, I lost my footing and I didn't understand a lot of things I used to be fine with. And the whole area of love wasn't something that I was used to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my footing again. I'm going to find the solid ground underneath me that I know is somewhere underneath me. I'm going to walk on firm ground again. And I'm going to be trustworthy again like I was.
When you were a kid?
No, not exactly.
Listen to me. Once you cross that line, once you reach down into that black fucking pool of shit that's inside of you, that doesn't fit, that ain't fixed down, once you go over that edge, you ain't never walking on firm ground again.
You can't know that.
Oh, you gotta get more honest.
You gotta get more honest.
You're right. I do. Man, I'm glad to see you. Because you are a lot like the way that I was. And I can see, just by the fact that I'm standing here, that I am not the man that I was. I've changed. I really have changed. So you, my man, are a comfort to me. Now, if there was somebody like that for you, somebody who was like the way that you were before you are the way that you are now, we could probably take a straight line right through the three of us and see where we're going. But there's only two of us. Like the painting and the objects that it's painted from. Between the two of them, an argument. This conversation that we are having now.
Well, why are you wearing a tux?
You see, I got to a point where I lost the women who were keeping me from asking the question, why live? That's a long way off for you yet. It may never even happen to you at all. When you find yourself alone, when you ask that question of yourself alone, separate from everybody else's needs, that is like pulling the plug on your own power, man. It's like looking down into this pit where your art, your strength, your fucking shit is. And there's nothing there but a dry, black dent in a pillow. Because, Tommy, there's no answer to that question of why live for a man that's alone. Donna came to me today because she needed something from me. Something that belonged to her. And she reminded me that I am connected to her. That there are things in me that belong to other people. And that, like it or not, I am not alone. And it ain't over until it's over. Why live? It's not neat. An individual's life is deceptive. It's a dream. But We all spill over into each other, man. We spill blood, we spill breath, we spill cum, we spill time over and over into each other. Like we're shells in some water wheel.
Well, why are you wearing a tux?
You said you wanted revenge against the world. But what you are really doing is you are fucking over women. My daughters, your mother, it's coming to an end, Tommy.
It has come to an end.
No.
Now I'm only hurting myself.
No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I believe you, but that's not enough. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rip this fucking painting off the fucking wall.
Hey, I'm trying to face myself!
You're a goddamn fucking liar!
But I can't do anymore! I can't! Donna.
Did he promise to stop seeing Mona?
No.
Is he like you?
Oh, yeah, he is.
Beat the shit out of him.
I promise not to see Mona.
You say that, but can you stick to it?
Yes, I can.
It don't matter if he is like you. Is he really?
Yes, he is.
Then beat him until his head rings like a fucking church bell.
I don't think I like him at all.
Oh, you are all right.
How can you know that?
Because when I was your age, I painted a picture of myself that looked just like that, except you got no goddamn talent.
How could I make such a mistake?
Same way your mother made it.
How did she?
Her mistake, which is your mistake, which is no mistake at all, is that you went for guys like him and me because that's what you like. That's who you are. But what you hate is that it's like looking into a mirror, and what the mirror tells you is that you got pain and misery built into you.
Hit him.
No! Listen, Donna, stop running away from yourself, from the girl who's afraid of turning into a mother, and look into yourself.
Yeah, why don't you?
I have. My whole life. I cut into myself. And then one night I had a dream. And in that dream, man, I hit white bone. And I looked at the pillow where I had been dreaming that dream. And I looked at this dent where my head had been dreaming. And I said to myself, no more!
No more!
But I was wrong.
Huh?
Once you go over the edge, you can't ever come back. Once your head has been in that fucking hole, it ain't ever coming out.
Wait, why the fuck are you dressed like a bride?
What? None of your fucking business.
Why am I wearing a tux?
Figure it out.
Oh, I'm not ready. I'm
Oh,
not
me
ready. I'm
neither,
not ready. I'm
me
not
neither,
ready. I'm
me
not ready.
neither.
Stop it! It's never the right time. And it's horrifying to everybody. Listen, it's like a car accident that you see coming. You can't do anything about it. But there is a problem of time and tide and mortality. And of a woman only having so many years that she can conceive. Look, Donna, the picture of mine that I kept, it's called The Wrong Woman. It's of the wrong woman in the wrong place, and it was some like non-historical woman I thought was, I treasured. I thought she was going to keep me from waking up from death too soon. But I was so wrong. You got to make the big mistakes. That's what makes this whole fucking thing bearable. But remember, flying in the face of these big, truly great mistakes, if a man and a woman love each other, sex does resurrect. There is that consolation. Donna, cough up the ring. Cough it up. Come on. Give me the ring. I now pronounce you man and wife.
This feels totally wrong.
Yeah, well, it never occurred to me that he loved her.
Son. Daughter. Self. Strangers. Begin. Begin.